This is a fast introduction to the Jetveo app builder to give you an impression of how to create a support ticket app. It follows the introductory bootcamp. There are 3 basic sections: define the data, define the user interface, and then deploy and run the app. The first step is to create a codebook. Type Ctrl+Shift+C to get to the Create dialog and find Codebook. It's easy to copy and paste data into the codebook to fill it with values. Then when you're done, type Ctrl+S to save a page. If you have several pages that are unsaved, click Shift+Ctrl+S. Entities are where the data is stored. They include attributes and references. They are created with a 2-step wizard. And the second step creates user interface pages that we will fill later. The entity needs to reference the codebook. And the entity needs to have some attributes. In this case, we will have created by, which will be designated as a user. Created date, which will be defined as date and time. And then description will be set as rich text markdown. These attributes can have default values that further define them. For example, created by can automatically be set to the user who created the support portal ticket. And likewise, created date can be established for the time and date that that support ticket was created. So these first steps were a very quick creation of a data foundation. Now we're going to move on to the user interface. There are 3 pages that we created as part of the wizard to create the entity. The first one is the ticket list. One column is already established. It is a link to the detail page that we will establish soon. Other columns can also be added. The ticket create page is where the users will add information about their tickets. The data fields need to be laid out. And expressions can be further defined. For example, additional description may be necessary, and we can set it to appear only when the ticket is established as critical. And this layout can be made shared so that it can be used in the ticket detail page. And in fact, the ticket detail page will have this shared layout at the top, but then we can add many more aspects to that page later on. The top navigational menu of our final app will have 2 links. One will link to the ticket list page, and the other will link to the ticket create page. So, with the basic data structure and the simple UI ready, we can release our support ticket app. Let's go back to the Jetveo platform, look at the app overview. And now that we have the source code, we can create a development instance. In order to access the app, we will need some login credentials. And then we can start the app. The final step is the basic application. It is very basic, and there are many, many advanced features that we can add.